The cellular biology behind Lewy body dementia. What is Lewy body dementia? Lewy body dementia is a neurodegenerative disorder that progresses rapidly. It can result in changes of cognition, movement, and behavior. This disease is defined by Lewy bodies, which are abnormal clumps of misfolded alpha-synuclein proteins inside neurons. Lewy body dementia symptoms are pretty similar and are often confused with other brain diseases like Alzheimer's disease. It's scary how Lewy body spreads so quickly. On an average, the disease lasts 5 to 7 years from time of diagnosis to death. And sadly, we currently do not have a cure for this disease. How may this occur? Alpha-synuclein misfolds, and misfolded proteins aggregates into Lewy bodies. Usually, in a happy, healthy brain, the alpha-synuclein plays a very important role. It's what helps neurons communicate with each other, especially at the synapse, which is a tiny space where signals are passed from one neuron to the next. But in Lewy body, the synuclein starts to form clumps in specific regions of the brain. And because of this, neurons can't effectively communicate or communicate at all. It's sort of like a domino effect, because every region of the brain communicates with each other. They don't work alone, and they send signals back and forth. Over time, more areas start failing because they aren't getting signals that they need. And this is the reason why it leads to cognitive decline. Mitochondrial dysfunction. Everyone knows that the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. And in Lewy body dementia, the misfolded alpha-synuclein sticks to the mitochondrial membrane. As a result, it disrupts ATP production. And that can cause oxidative stress. That leads to cell injuries that eventually lead to cells dying. The mitochondrial dysfunction is one of the strongest cellular explanations of why neurons die in Lewy body dementia. As the brain degenerates, it can lead to cognitive decline. Based on the article, Lewy body dementia causes, symptoms, and diagnosis, it gave so much information about how this disease can affect someone. Lewy bodies disrupt brain chemicals needed for normal thinking and communication. It leads to cognitive decline and confusion. Behavior can shift quickly and fluctuates between pleasant and aggressive. Over time, people can forget how to perform basic mobility functions. Because behavior can shift quickly and fluctuates between pleasant to aggressive, sometimes this occurs due to sundowning. Sundowning is when a person's symptoms get worse later in the day, especially in the late afternoon or evening. Sundowning happens because the damaged mitochondria neurons run out of energy by evening. So the misfolded alpha-synuclein disrupts communication between the cells, and the sleep-wake cycle becomes impaired. So symptoms get worse as the brain gets tired. People who suffer from Lewy body tend to feel more irritated and agitated, which leads to the aggressiveness in behavior.